flyest man alive.
You raggedy bitches.
Triggers, no cat, bitch.
Probably was Ronald.
Because he wore glasses and he always combed his hair over to the side.
That was my uncle, probably.
It might have been.
It might have been, yeah, because it's a small world. Yeah.
Listen, he's like a little bit lighter than us.
Yeah, that's my uncle.
Last time I saw him, he had like a black leather jacket on. He had his little glasses on, and he always, every time I see him, he
always apart his head to the side. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, not down North Philly.
Not down north, yeah.
Well, let's hit it, Tone. We standing here with the flyest man alive.
100%, baby.
The god of glasses, people.
All that.
You know,
all that.
You got to understand history. History is beautiful. And we're just honored to have the flyest man alive.
You raggedy bitches. Hey, and y'all saw my man EST
well,
with me, y'all.
We had to put that on for you.
I appreciate that.
Go ahead, Tone. What was the first thing you asked me? How'd he come up with his Facebook?
Come up with his name.
Yeah.
IG name.
Listen, when I was a kid, my uncle's name is Roscoe Gill Jr. He used to do a lot of arranging for Sister Sledge, for Bill Bloom, who made the Double Dutch Bus song. Okay. These people would always be at our house on Gratz and Venango. Also, Teddy Pendergrass. Now, when I was a kid, Teddy bought me my first cell phone in the early 80s so he could keep in contact with me when I would go to West Germany, to the Gazelle factory, to Austria, to the Porsche factory, to grab stuff so that he could get first dibs. He's actually the person that gave me the name Flyest Man Alive.
Really?
Yes.
What year is this?
This was actually back in 84.
Before IG, before
this was before everything. This was before social media.
Wow.
This was before black people used the word social.
We just said talk.
Right. Yeah. Right. This was before everything.
No socializing. Just talk.
You do so much more than just glasses. I see.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Acting.
A little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. Listen, I try to keep my feet in everything. I try to show black kids like my nephew here that it's a lot of us who are positive and who want to do more and who have a thirst for more. Everybody from 18th and Erie is not a baby daddy, because I'm not. Everybody from where we're from down 18th and Erie has not been to prison, because I haven't. Everybody from 18th and Erie, where we're from, has never drank, smoked, or gotten high, because I haven't. So stop trying to lump us in, label us, and make us be what you want us to be.
That's right.
Because some of us set better examples for the youngsters coming up.
That's what I hope to try to do.
And by the way, please look at my nephew's face. Look at
turn
to the side so they can look at him from this way.
I'm trying to say I've never been this fly on the podcast before, ever.
Crazy.
Thanks to him, man.
Glasses 20 years older than him, but he's pulling them off.
Facts.
Big
facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Hey, so IG, God Glasses, Flyest Man Alive. Yes. From there, I see you met everyone from Beanie Siegel, Freeway.
Yes. All my friends and customers.
From Empire.
Yes. Friends and customers.
How did you market yourself to reach these people?
It was basically me being me, living the life that I lived. Everybody always knew I was the go-to person for frames since back in the day. I did a video when I talked about, this was like 85, where Schoolie D bought a bunch of PSK people to Gratz Street, Gratz and Venango, to buy Gazelles from me and to buy Porsches from me. Now, y'all saw the video with me and my mom when my mom was talking about Cool C coming to our house on Gratz Street to buy his first pair of Alpinas in 86. Chris actually came to my house looking for a pair of Porsche that I sold to one of Schoolie's homies. I said, no, I'm going to switch it up for you. I'm going to really make you a brand and give you a whole different identity. So when I tell people I'm the reason for that line, Mega Design Alpinas, this girl, man, you got to just see her. I mean that.
That's from Cool C, what's the one?
Glamorous Life. Glamorous Life. Now, boom. There you go. Real simple, real easy. Nothing on point with it. Now, and I explained to Chris, I said, now, you know, they call MAGA design, right? He said, yeah, I know, but when I run it together, it just sounds good. Because I gave his mom a pair of MAGA designs. So This was the first time that he saw MAGA design. This was the first time that he ever had Alpinas placed on his face.
Okay.
Just like I was the first person to put Freeway in Alpinas.
You first person to put me on glasses.
So y'all know what I do. Flyest Man Alive does this for real. It's not a game. It's not a game.
Yeah, real right. But to that grind, I know it takes a lot of discipline and a lot of staying true to yourself.
It does.
And I just want to know, how did you do this for so long?
What started me was the passion for me loving glasses. Okay. I didn't want to have to deal with a middleman. A lot of people have called me the Frank Lucas of frames. Yeah. I didn't want to have to go to a store. I didn't want to have to go here and get picked over product. I wanted to go straight to the factories to get stuff. And I would also commission custom stuff that I still have to this day. So basically 30 plus years ago, I would go to Carrera in Austria, who made Porsche, Boeing, so many other brands. I would go to West Germany, like I was explaining to my brother and my nephew earlier, the difference between a pair of glasses that says West Germany and Germany. West German is older because it was there actually in West Germany before the fall of the Berlin Wall. We'll touch more on that later. But when I would come back to Grant Street, drug dealers, people with regular jobs, everybody would just see what was on my face. And they'd be like, I ain't never seen that shit before, and I'm getting money. You don't have a passport. They was like, you kind of right about that. So
they couldn't fly.
Right. They weren't as fly as me. So drug dealers would give me money to go over and grab stuff for them. So when I would come back with custom stuff, they'd be like, damn, I want that too. So when people would do, like, black people love to go to a cabaret. When they would go to little clubs or cabarets or whatever.
Latin casino.
Right.
And all that.
They would want to come over. They used to call me Big Blood because I was always younger, but I was bigger than everybody. So they called me Big Blood. They'd be like, Big Blood, let me hold them Jones. I got to go to the cab tonight. Boom, here. Give me $200. Just to rent a pair. They was getting money, so it was nothing. So I became the go-to person. So all the drug dealers down Erie turned me on to all the drug dealers out 52nd Street, in Uptown, Southwest Philly, everywhere. So everybody, it would always be a wide body kitted up Benz, been in the corner, Grants and Venango, to come see me, to get something. So when you look at the history of JBM, different singers, speaking of singers, shout out John Whitehead, who we lost, my little brother Kenny Whitehead. I did glasses for him. That when my little brother Kenny get back, we're gonna, debut some of the stuff that I did for him, because ain't no stopping us now. Old people get that.
Yes, we do. He got that too.
Right. So when you look at different old school pictures of not only here but people up in New York, and you see frames, so many of them came from me. And when you see different people with customized Alpinas, custom Porsche lenses that actually had the Porsche Design PD stamp, they came from me. What I would do is I would commission them to make me different color lenses, but I would patent them.
Wow.
Meaning Carrera themselves could never made that lens again,
which was smart,
without my permission.
Right.
That was
so
smart.
When people see me with different two-tone lenses and they see that it has the Porsche Design PD stamp, how did you do that? Because I actually went there and did it.
Right.
That's how I did it. I went there and did it.
Collabo.
Absolutely. And again, this was before people were saying collabo. This was way before social media. So you would see me and a whole bunch of other people in a Polaroid with custom shit on. Now we can broadcast it live to everybody. But this was back when we had to, sit up and shake the picture. And by the way, shaking the picture did nothing. Polaroid actually advised against shaking it.
Yeah, but we did it.
That's right.
We
That's
did
what everybody did.
Try to make it drive fast,
Right. That's what everybody did.
Because we're impatient as people.
Absolutely.
Have you ever thought about branding people?
That's something that I do. I create identities for people. Just like even Rick Ross mentioned Philly Rap and Cool C with the Alpinas. I made him that Alpina spokesperson.
Okay.
Just like the 906 that you have on. I made Freeway a 906 vintage West German version with the blue pair that we did for the commercial for the Philadelphia Union. So that's literally what I do. And every time Free FaceTime me, he'd be like, yo, everybody love everything you put in.
And you know what's crazy? Because everything you have put on him fits him.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Because Because he went from big freeway to little freeway.
And now
he looks good. He looks good. He looks good. And I just thank the God the brother got a kidney.
1,000%.
You know what I mean? Because he's a good dude. You know what I mean? To know him is to love him. For real, for real. You know, this is what we do.
All day, every day.
Another reference, right?
Yes, indeed.
I just thought it was important that people knew the proceeds that you do with your glasses touch home, because there's so many abused women out, and I think you need to touch on that. I would like you to touch on that.
Way too much of that going on. Now, what I do when I sell glasses, the proceeds go to battered women and children, not only in Philadelphia, but Conshohocken and all of the surrounding areas. There are things called safe sites. There might be a certain shelter here. There might be a safe site in Logan or in Kensington. Safe site meaning these are different houses set up and structured where women and their kids who have been beaten and abused can go to get away from these predators where these piece of shits can't find them.
And they need a safe house.
They really do.
Because you can't just hide anywhere. These predators end up finding them women and abusing them some more. And it takes them a longer time to get away.
Let me tell you something speaking to that point. There was a young girl who I had to actually move her younger brother, and her mom to a whole different school district because the predatory animal that her mom was dealing with came up to try to accost the child from the school he knew she went to. So it goes deeper than just hiding somebody. Yeah. Sometimes we actually have to switch school districts.
Relocate.
We have to truly relocate.
Yeah.
So say for instance, she was going to Conwell. Now we got to get her in the Masterman.
Yeah.
We got to get her someplace else where this predator can't find her, because that's the end to get to the mom. He can just place a call. Hey, I got little Lucy out here with me. You won't have to come see me now.
You got it.
Right. So that way we have them hidden and living someplace safe. And the kid can still make that transition to academia in a safe environment.
See, and I want to say this to the people out there who really don't know, like, the Flyest Man Alive does so much for the community, feeding the kids, taking care of battered women. Not the stores on South Street are going to do that. So if you're going to support somebody, please understand, support the Flyest Man Alive.
Wait a minute. I called Blank Optical, and it's a video. Just asked me. I will tag you. I asked the young lady, what time is the owner going out to feed women and children and help these battered women in Philly? She hung up on me. Mm-hmm. So that tells you how South Street feels about black people. About
us. So why do we spend our money with them if they're not going to save our community? We need to keep money in-house.
Listen,
in the hood.
It's easy to have a famous person. It's easy to have a singer or a rapper on your page showing that you sold that person some glasses. You see all the rappers, all the comedians, everybody on my page. But you see regular folk on my page.
Real.
And you see me helping people. You see videos of me giving kids toys who need toys. You see me doing videos when kids in Philadelphia go up missing. You see me offering up 100 pair of dead stock Alpinas for the safe return of little children that I don't even know. Why? Because somebody has to do it.
And why not the Flyest Man Alive? Why not support a man that stands for something, not for nothing?
I always tell people, support those who support you. And when I say you, everybody that follows me has been touched by poverty, by abuse, even if it's not you personally. I have so many women who I've helped who say, you know what, such and such, that's my cousin. But y'all have to realize when your cousins, your own mothers, your aunts are going through abusive situations that you may have pre-warned them about, they don't want to tell you because they don't want the judgment. They'll come to me because I'm on the outside looking in, simply offering tangible help. No judgment. Now, Hanifa, I told you about Lil Shafiq. I told you he wasn't nothing. I don't know her, so I can't tell her that. But I can pay somebody who I knows owns an apartment building, first, last, and security, to get you out of an abusive situation. And I'm happy to do so. There's so many of your relatives, friends, co-workers, and loved ones who have come and sought me out for help because they were too embarrassed to come to you. This is why I broadcast doing things like this, just so people can kind of back off a little and take it easy. Even if you want to offer judgment or advice, make sure you let the people know that it's coming from a place of love. And instead of just criticizing the new person that this girl is having sex with this week because you already told her the baby daddy wasn't shit, that's okay. It's a lot of situations like that. But did you also let her know, hey, baby girl, if you need my couch, it's available for you? Because just dogging her choices in men, that's not the same thing as letting her know that you're really there for her.
Support.
Right.
Support is
right.
key. Support is key.
Especially when you yourself aren't making the greatest choices in men, because you're a baby mama just like she is.
Especially talking to somebody. Like
somebody. You're
I'm
preaching.
talking to everybody because, listen, I was just telling him the other day, matter of fact, yesterday before I went down to Federal Donuts, I was literally on the phone with him the whole way down there because we're talking about how white people are gentrifying all of the hoods that we grew up in.
That's right.
Where white people were scared to death to come to. You dig what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Give me 1 second. Hey, Maul, I'm with my family doing a little interview right now, baby boy. This is my man Maul from TWP. He got Tidal Waves Pomade. Just say what's up to everybody real quick, Maul. Did you hear what I said? All right, hey, say what's up to everybody. I'm trying to give you a shout out for your pomade, man. Tell them who you are real quick.
Yeah, no, do that for me ASAP, bro. Do it tonight for me, and also throw me a number.
No, you need to say something right now while you on.
We live, baby.
Live right now.
Yo, Tidal Wave Pomade in the building, man. Check me out. SG Empire, the record label. I got my boy right here, Kenny, with me right here. He's gonna be one of my executives in the company. Tidal Wave Pomade is the hair company. Go on Instagram, CWP Life. Also follow my record label, SG Empire. And we're looking for artists right now in the whole tri-state, in the city, also America. If you got talent, make sure you submit your demos and stuff like that.
See that we're helping black people while we're helping black people.
And see, we need to network, everybody. It's not player hating. It's love. It's love.
Right, I'm gonna hit you back in a couple minutes.
That's definitely exclusive right there.
That's how we do it, man.
What was it? TWP.
Yes.
I'm definitely pop up and all.
We had to do that.
That's
see,
how we do it.
And that's the other thing we got to understand. See, supporting each other is very important. And what happens is not dick eating, y'all. This is real rap. This is support. You know what I mean?
Let's say that again.
This is not dick eating. This is support.
Why is it that white people can buy glasses from me, never ask for a discount? The fact that I drive the Thunder Tank to them and they don't have to get in their car, burn their gas, come out of their comfort zone. They want to feed me. They want to offer extra money for the glasses. They want to offer extra for gas. But when I do the same thing for black people,
where's my discount?
They want 75% off.
Listen,
they won't offer you shit to drink.
Look, the proms is coming up. Keep that in mind.
Please look at this cranberry on this young man.
It's cranberry. You gotta get them for you.
Metallic cranberry, original dead stock Porsche design from 1986.
Make sure you shout out the flyest man alive. Who?
You raggedy bitches. You can't get this level of work anyplace else.
Nowhere.
Gold-plated Scarface joints. This is the gold version of the black ones that Scarface was wearing in the pool scene when he was plotting to take Frank's bitch.
And we all know about...
We're going to see how left you look with them real quick.
The crazy thing is I was going to say was you make people feel good when trying on the glasses.
Have to.
And that's something that stores don't even do most times.
Perfect. The thing with me is I know how to fit you. I'm never going to put you in anything that does not suit you.
Right.
Everything I put on him has him being more him than he's ever been. Mm-hmm. Period.
Change my whole mood.
Period.
Feel better about yourself.
But I've told people since the 90s, it's a whole bunch of people, I don't care where you work, it's people that will save up 2 McDonald's paychecks. They will buy like a little Coogee sweater or something like that. But the people who really show up and show out to an event had a heat on their face.
Right. Always.
Right. That's what it comes down to.
Some kind of fire.
Jordans are cute. Coogee sweaters are cute. But something that you can wear every day to accoutrement solidify what your mood is for that day. you gotta have some crazy vintage eyewear. You gotta have some limited edition eyewear.
Key word there was vintage.
You got
vintage.
You got to.
But back to other things, man, that I know, like, since we all grew up in the same neighborhood.
Yes.
Nice town, Venango.
Yes.
Beautiful neighborhood.
Nice town, Tioga, baby.
I tell you, some of the things that you are looking to do in the future impress me a lot.
I appreciate
and I wish you would just touch on that just a little bit. Because sometimes you got to put things in the air to make them happen.
Bottom line is, I've already been doing the things that I'm going to continue to do. I've been feeding grandparents who are stuck and saddled with their kids because people, the millennials, the people of these newer generations don't have dads in the home. They don't have family structure. I was just applauding him and actually tagged him and shouted him out in a post yesterday simply for being in his son's life. Because there's too many black men that don't do that. Also, one thing that he and I conversed about in black people, conversate is not a word. It's converse or conversing. So again, something that he and I conversed about yesterday, another black guy, Don Lemon, he did an expose maybe 2 years ago. Over 73% of black children are born out of wedlock. And so many more of those don't even know their father due to incarceration, due to them just being a scumbag piece of shit baby daddy who doesn't care. So the reason why I shout him out on that tip and want to commend him and all other black men who are actually there for their children is because each one teach one. You remember that old school saying?
Each one
teach one. If there's nobody there to teach the youth, what are they going to know? It's a whole bunch of idiots out on every street corner in front of every Chinese and every poppy store. Loud out, perks out.
And you know the crazy thing is, my mentality was my father wasn't there. I was going to be a better father than my father was.
And what did I tell you on the phone yesterday when I was on the way to
hey,
Federal Donuts? Either way, as a man,
you're
held accountable. If your dad wasn't there, you want to give my nephew better than you had.
If not
and
more.
If your dad was there, you want to give him more. At least what you did have.
Yes.
So, black men, you are held accountable.
That's right.
You want to get some pussy, that's cool. You get her pregnant, be there for the child. I also offer $1,500 pair of Alpinas to baby mamas who can get at least one of their baby daddies to marry them. The baby daddy gets a free pair as well as a bride because, as I always say, people, if you were going to do it for free, Philly would be overrun with proud wives, not baby mamas.
Amen.
Period.
And that says a lot.
Period. I don't want to sleep with your baby mama, but I'm willing to give both of y'all $3,000 in glasses just to put you back in little Shafiq Jr.'s life.
Don't drop the book because you'll lose the lesson.
Thank you. Thank you. And people keep asking me, why are you willing to do this? Because somebody has to. I want these little black boys and girls to see that there's at least one man that came from around the way that didn't fall victim to the white people's traps.
Or the black people's trap.
Or the black people traps or any people's traps.
Because they will put you in the trap.
Right. And will see you through. I'm not just doing it for the parents. The parents are getting these glasses as a bride, but it's really not for them. Like we were talking yesterday, it goes deeper. I'm doing it for Shafiq Jr. I'm really doing it for him so that now he has a dad in the house. He's less likely to be in front of the Chinese store screaming loud out, perks out. Right. He might shake hands, high five them because these are the people in his community that he grows up with, but he knows, just like I knew, you don't have to succumb to that.
No.
You don't have to be a part of that. You don't have to lie to yourself and say, oh, this is all I can do to make money. That same store you're standing in front of screaming loud out, perks out, you could bring a broom from the basement of the house that you live in for free and sweep. And then go in there and tell the owner, hey, you know what, Poppy, I just swept the floor. I'm willing to do this for you every week.
Yep.
You know, if you can pay me. But we also have to hold Puerto Ricans and Chinese people who come into black communities accountable as we conversed yesterday.
Hey, they used to
back
hire.
in the day. Listen, right there on 18th of Venango.
Butler Street
always, too. Listen, it was always a Chinese store, but they were smart enough in the 80s and the early 90s to hire one of the black people from the neighborhood as a conduit or a go-between between them and the community because they were less likely to get robbed.
Yeah.
It was a plus for them, but it was a good look for them. Because if I see Tone sitting there from up the block, sitting on the little milk crate, greeting me when I come in and helping me find the toothpaste in whatever aisle,
right.
I'm more apt to go in there and spend my money.
Right.
Just like the white boy Ray that owned 20th Street Market, right on 20th
Hey.
and Erie. Like we discussed last week, when you told somebody, hey, I'm going to 20th Street, you weren't going anywhere but the market. You didn't have to say 20th and Erie as soon as you said that. And by the way, I was in there when Calvin shot the guy in the stomach with a custom pair of Alpinas on.
Hey, just saying.
I'm just saying.
You know what I mean?
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
In the building that Calvin owns on Venango Street, I talked my grandfather into selling him that for him, his brothers, and their little sister. You're welcome.
That's a beautiful thing.
Philly fun fact.
But hey, look, 20th Street was 20th Street. You can.
Yes.
That's when you go to the neighborhood. You had Paul's record store right there, 17th Street. You had the soda shop.
Right.
You go down to Erie Avenue. You go to the camera shop to get sneakers. Taking it back, Erie Ave.
Now let me tell you something. On Germantown and Venango, Golden Eagle, the two Israeli brothers, Mike and Bobby, all of the brand new. I know they used to sell used glasses, but all of the new glasses they used to sell
from you.
Gold Eagle came from me. Came from me.
That's history for you.
Right. So y'all were actually going to stores buying my work anyway, whether you knew it or not.
Right.
So you need the support.
Whether you knew it or not. And
Need the
all
support.
of these stores don't give a fuck about us as a community. I give a fuck about us because I'm truly a man of the people. That's why I'm always proud to say Flyest Man Alive is always in a motherfucking hood near you. Because I mean that. Let's see if anybody from South Street, especially the owner of Blank, of Ashik, whoever, has the balls
Omnivision.
to answer a phone call and come out to meet one of y'all after you just won money in a dice game or won money at the Sugar House to meet you somewhere to sell you glasses. That's the beauty of me not being confined to a store. Once that store closes, that's it. You got to wait till the next day. What if you just hit it big at the casino
and you're on your way to AC?
Right.
You're on your way to New York.
You're about to be on an international flight now, and
you need
some fresh frames now.
Need that work.
Can't go to a store.
Hey.
You got to come to Lion-O so he can pull up in the Thunder Tank with that work.
That's right.
Wish I could go back on prom.
Listen, we'll find you. Listen,
white suit.
We'll
find you a new prom to go to.
Prom date, man.
There you go.
These glasses.
Simple and easy.
You get a free date.
Simple and easy.
Get glasses. Hey.
And you see, he ain't want to take the solid gold scar faces off, and I can't blame him.
I ain't taking these off.
I can't blame him. They fit his
You
face
feel
perfectly.
you feel like the flyest man alive.
Yeah.
Next to the Flyers, man.
That's how
That's
you
next
do
to the
it.
man.
That's how you do it.
But I need you to touch on breaking down the walls.
Yes.
Man, listen. 1989. My mom talked about this in a video that we did about Cool C actually coming to my house on Grass Street to buy his first pair of Alpinas. I just happened to be over there at the Alpina factory picking up some custom glasses that I had commissioned a month earlier. As we're riding by, I just see a bunch of Germans chipping away at the wall, chipping away. I jumped out of the car. I say, my man, let me get that. I grabbed the sledgehammer from a guy, got a boost up, and I'm literally up there chopping it down. Now, during this time, I'm in Conwell. I wound up being on the news as an international bon vivant, if you will, for being just a little light-skinned, curly-haired black kid just randomly in Germany with some big-ass mint blue glasses. They didn't know they were Alpinas, just holding a sledgehammer, helping them to unify their nation.
Right.
So when I got back, they actually threw me in assembly.
Wow.
Just because, you know, the thing is, like, what did you do this year? Where did you go for summer break? Or what did you do over winter, XYZ? we went down south, or, we chilled at Nana's house, Where did you go? Oh, I was in West Germany getting some glasses.
Knocking walls down.
Right. And I actually made international news, and a couple of the
people... You was doing public relations.
Right. I was definitely doing old school
relations,
So listen, people at Conwell, and right before Conwell, of course, being from 18th and Erie, I went to Cleveland. Right there on Butler Street. So all of the principals, the teachers, and everybody there, they saw that, I came down back, because it was right around the corner from my house anyway, to Cleveland, and I spoke to the kids there about, being a world traveler and going out to do different things, and basically letting black people know
there's more
we're
to
allowed
life.
to travel.
Yeah, there's more to life than the hood.
It's more than just who runs what block in Philly. And it's so funny. I've been to Haiti. I've been to Jamaica. It's a portion called Barbican. It's one of the parishes out there, where Kingston is situated. I've seen real poverty. I've seen places where there's no governmental infrastructure to have welfare or to have the Section 8s that these baby moms are suckling off the teat of society on. It's cute that you can have more than 7 kids and now you have $2,000 in cash benefits and like $3,000 in food stamps because your mom told you to do so and your ratchet ass girlfriends told you to do so. But guess what? When they have kids in these other countries, and as we were talking earlier, like Mexico, for example, they're thirsty to come over here to have their child born here so that they can legitimately stay and suckle off the teat of America. Because there's no governmental infrastructure in Mexico to give them an EBT card, to give them a brand new townhome in Mount Airy because of Section 8, where she can just pay $12 a month rent and move some bum that's some other people's baby daddy fresh out of jail in so he can sweep the floor and walk her kids to school every Monday and Thursday. They don't have that set up in other countries. So in the 80s, where we from, here we have niggas as the hardest. We do this, we do that. People from South Philly feel the same way. I've never made an argument on whose hood was the hardest because I've seen hardship.
You've seen hard
around the world.
Right. Not harder.
I've seen it where people literally have to bust you upside the head to take something to feed their family because there are no homeless shelters. There are no soup kitchens in Jamaica, in Haiti, in third world ass Africa. So people over here used to be embarrassed to use food stamps. I would slap people in the back of the head like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're able to eat.
Yes.
Even if it's government cheese, it's food. Even if it's no frills milk and fake frosted flakes or corn flakes, it's sustenance. You're eating. There are people in other countries
don't eat
that literally have to eat clay.
No water.
Dirt, clay, just to put something in their system. So how dare you be embarrassed to go with food stamps to get actual, real, sustainable food?
Yeah.
Because there's so many infrastructures that will never, it's 2019, that will never be set up. Because when we were growing up in the 80s, they used to interrupt G.I. Joe, Voltron, and Transformers with the commercials about, hey, 22 cents a day.
That's
a whole truck of rice over to Little Felipe in Ecuador. Or Little Mbatu in Africa. They're still doing that now. But the question that I had back then, and I still talk about it now, instead of us trying to feed all of these new kids, how about let's pay some doctors to go over there and teach abstinence, tie some tubes, give some vasectomies, so that way we don't have to keep feeding new offspring.
Right.
It's not that I'm against helping people once they're here, but again, I'm talking about going back 30 years. If these are still the same problems that these third world countries are having, why is nobody just doing a commercial or sending people over there to say, hey, you broke. You can't feed yourself. Stop fucking.
Yeah. Tie some tubes.
It's just right.
Just like that.
It's common sense.
Shout out to Gilly. Just like that.
So I'm all for helping people, but as you're taking my help, you're going to have to take some knowledge too.
Yeah.
Let me also give you some condoms. Mm-hmm. Let me also teach you how to pull out or abstinence.
And that's funny.
Just something.
Something.
And we have the right to say that because every time you have a new baby, we're feeding you. Just like as taxpayers, we have the right to say something to any baby mama who has an EBT card. That's our tax dollars at work.
Right.
There are baby moms living in brand new townhomes off of taxpayer dollars, and you have a better home than this actual working taxpayer.
Yeah, taxpayer. Yeah, exactly.
Who the fuck would have thunk it? You can't go to any other country and do no shit like that. You can't pull that off anyplace else.
See, I told you more than glasses with this man.
Way more than glasses.
You know,
way more than glasses. Way more than glasses.
His talk is real fly. His talk is fly.
It might fly over your head.
You know what I mean?
It really might.
You ain't paying attention.
And the biggest thing is you can never be offended by the truth that I'm telling. Number one is true. How many of y'all know baby moms who keep getting pregnant by different bums and keep increasing their cash benefits that are coming from us, the EBT food stamps that are coming from us? They don't buy shit for the kids to eat, but they stay down Cameron's to get some seafood and want to sneak them, have them cook them, even though they ain't supposed to get no hot food on that EBT.
That's right.
We ain't gonna talk about that though.
They try that at Wawa every morning.
Right. Now, this is why I had to start feeding different grandparents on Ontario Street, on Westmoreland Street, on Huber Street. These trifling ass baby moms
Leave them
will
kids.
get their stamps, get their little cash benefits.
The grandparents.
Right. Not want to take care of the kids. And of course, these piece of shit baby daddies are either on the corner screaming loud out perks out in Greaterford or CFCF, or simply don't want to be involved.
It's not mine.
I commend grandparents who are willing to take on somebody else's burden, somebody else's responsibility. But there are so many older, especially black Philadelphians, living far below the poverty line, but still have to make it happen for little children that their offspring had.
All right.
And they're living on fixed incomes. These people can barely scrape by with the medicine that they need to purchase to sustain life, let alone provide 3 meals a day and pay the extra water, pay the extra electricity, and then have to add cable with a modem and a router because nowadays kids have to go online to complete homework assignments. It's not like it was when we were kids.
And I wish somebody
had to go abroad near to the library, or you could just use the school library and do book reports. Everything is online based now.
I wish somebody would just come up with internet without these packages. Just internet service, $9.99 a month.
Yes.
We were supposed to have free internet in Philadelphia.
Yes.
And we don't.
Right.
They figured out it's better to charge us and make us pay.
About that almighty
dollar, you know. It's just so much to touch on, and don't get upset or don't get confused. This is conversation that needs to be happening.
Get upset because they're telling the truth.
Yeah, the truth hurts.
Because number one, I'm speaking the truth, but more importantly, I'm feeding kids that aren't mine. I'm feeding grandparents that aren't my grandparents. I'm helping baby mamas that aren't my baby mamas. I don't have a baby mama.
Fox 29, you need to take heed and please, we always posting stuff about negativity in our community.
Every day, all
This man is doing something positive. So Fox 29, please, shout out to the flyest man alive. You need to interview him. You need to. Mike Jarrett, this goes out to you and to Fox 29.
I greatly appreciate that.
Yeah, you've been a wonderful guest, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I figured we should leave out on something. Wake up, everybody. Met Teddy P was kind of like the reason before.
He's the reason for the season.
Yeah.
Every day, all day.
So, I mean, we might end out with a little wake up.
The man who gave me the name Flyest Man Alive. Yes.
So, I want everybody to make sure to go Instagram, search Flyest Man Alive.
Wait a minute. The original version was Wake Up, Raggedy Bitches.
Teddy couldn't sell that one out.
I'm telling you.
That was
it was either Gamble or Huff that put a stop to that.
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, just throwing it out there.
Man, right, Harold Melvin.
You know what I mean?
Yes, indeed.
Oh man, this has been a pleasure.
Hey,
interviewing the flyest man alive. This is the first of many. We're gonna have him back soon one day. To a neighborhood near you. Don't forget, if your prom is coming out and you need some glasses, please contact the flyest man alive.
And I'm gonna give y'all a special prime discount. I'm gonna give y'all a special prime discount. I gotta get my nephew's followers and his likes up on all of his social media forums. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give away a pair of glasses once he reaches a certain amount of followers and subscribers. He got a YouTube channel. I'm gonna let him pick the amount of followers that he wants to get to. Even if he posts something and it gets to 100 likes, I'll give somebody a free pair of Gazelles or Porsches just for liking my nephew's shit.
5K, man. That's the number I'm thinking about off the top of my head.
It is done. It's 5K. A wrap. It's a wrap.
You heard it first.
If y'all want to contact him or his dad or me and give suggestions on the type of contests and fun stuff that y'all want to do, I will give glasses away. I will give toys away. No purchase necessary. Anything I can do to make his page and his social media footprint pop and make it bigger, his uncle is willing to do. Period. I will bribe y'all to follow my nephew. I'm not too proud to bribe somebody because he's doing so much positive. So I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is. Period. Because I'm who?
The flyest man alive. You raggedy bitches.
Ew. And we out.
That's right.